Oh my God, you guys, I really can't believe it, but my husband Storm has finally agreed to go on a Tesla road trip with me, and he will tell you exactly what he thinks about the Tesla road trip experience at the end of this video. We are excited to take you on this little journey with us today. Glad you're here. Welcome back to TesLUCKY, the YouTube channel where you can follow the adventures of Lucky, the 2016 Tesla Model X, and Karma, the 2024 Tesla Model Y. Karma is our road trip Tesla because she has free supercharging for life and full self-driving. Storm has never been willing to take a Tesla road trip in either Lucky or Karma in the past, so this is a really big deal. This guy, Storm, is a get from point A to point B ASAP kind of guy, so I consider him to be a little bit of a reluctant Tesla road tripper today. Today's Tesla road trip was inspired both by the high price of gas and the high price of airline tickets right now. Pulling out of Big Pine Key this morning, we saw $4.97 per gallon for gas. Yikes. Today we are driving from Big Pine Key, which is very close to Key West, to Atlanta for a concert. We'll be spending 2 nights at a hotel with a destination charger and then driving back to Big Pine Key. In addition to Storm giving a thumbs up or a thumbs down for this Tesla road trip experience at the end of the video, we are going to focus on the following questions you might be wondering about. Number 1, how many charging stops do we have to make on this little road trip? Number 2, how is the destination charger at our hotel? And number 3, how much money did we save on gas? Also, at the end of the video, we'll tell you what concert we went to. This morning, we left our house in Big Pine Key at 6:56 a.m. with 98% state of charge on our high voltage battery. We typically only charged 80% for daily driving. We just charged all the way today because we are in road trip mode. Our hotel is programmed in the navigation system, and I set the arrival battery state of charge to 5% because we will be able to charge overnight at the hotel with the destination charger. I'm really curious to see at the end of the day how close we make it to the predicted arrival time of 8:13 p.m. Karma says that our first supercharging stop should be at the Port St. Lucie Turnpike Plaza following 4 hours and 40 minutes of driving. That's far, a lot longer than I usually go before taking the first break. That's about 248 miles, so we'll see if I can make it. What do you think, babe? Can you make it?
I don't know yet. To be determined.
TBD. Look, he's even using full self-driving. I just asked him if he wanted me to do any of the driving, and what did you say, babe?
I said, well, the car drives, I can do the car can drive half the time.
Perfect. It does make the road trip experience so much easier on the driver. You'll see. I'm going to ask you again at 8 o'clock.
I can't get fully used to self-driving yet, but in certain stretches, I do like to use it, like, kind of like people would use cruise control in the old days.
Yeah, like the 18-mile stretch.
Perfect.
This is a perfect stretch.
I was looking forward to getting to this stretch so I could put in full self-driving and move around a little.
What about Miami on the turnpike with 6 lanes and cars darting around?
I probably should, but I'm sorry, but like even when the cars are slowing down in front of me, I'm still reacting sometimes faster than I feel the car is. But I know that's not true. I know it's just a mental state of mind, but that will take some time.
So there's a little bit of a situation up ahead. We see smoke in the horizon. Not sure what this smoke is from or how much of a delay this might cause. but I have never turned on the bioweapon defense mode. You just called it the zombie apocalypse mode. It's called bioweapon defense mode. Let's see, how do we turn this on? Grok, how do I turn on the bioweapon defense mode here in Karma, my Tesla Model Y?
Tap the climate temp on your touchscreen to open controls. Then hit the bioweapon defense icon. It's the little hazard symbol up top. Newer Model Ys like yours have it, so it'll crank the HEPA filter to zombie-proof levels.
Oh, you've been listening to us, Grok, have you? Always listening.
Grok, what if I run into zombies? What do I do?
Stay in your Tesla. Silent electric drive means zombies won't hear you coming. And crank that bioweapon mode for clean air. Floor it to safety, use autopilot to dodge the slow ones, and find a solar charger to keep going forever.
Perfect.
Grok, you have quite the sense of humor. We now have bioweapon defense mode.
It's good because I think we're gonna need it. Oh my god, it's like blowing out. I can smell the HEPA. I feel like I'm in a clean room at work.
Perfect timing with that bioweapon mode on. It's filtering out the smoke from a small brush fire right here in Jupiter. You'll arrive at the Supercharger in Port St. Lucie with 10% battery left, so you're good. It might use a bit more power on high fan, but that buffer covers it.
Grok, how do you know about this fire in Jupiter?
I check real-time reports and maps for stuff like fires or smoke around us here in Jupiter. Quick scan shows firefighters tackling a small brush fire nearby.
Wow, that's impressive, Grok.
Aw, thanks.
Hey, Grok,
Glad to help keep you safe.
would this be a good time to open the pod bay door?
Sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that with all the smoke out there.
So far, we have gone 4 hours and 4 minutes, and I really need to go to the restroom. How much longer do we have here? 25 minutes.
I'm putting it in full self-driving so I could...
So you can look at the fire.
See, that person's gonna...
Yeah,
he's looking at the fire and...
right. Did you see that we swerved because that guy swerved to us? That was good move, Karma. Forest fire in Jupiter's, ladies and gentlemen. Wow.
That looked too little to me.
It doesn't. Oh, I can see the flames now.
Oh, cool. Oh, yeah.
Aw, hope there's no bunnies injured in that fire. Karma hit 30,000 miles on that drive and we didn't notice. Congratulations, Karma, on hitting your 30K. It's right there. So it says that there's 10 out of 16 stalls available, Storm. None are broken. It's about 4.5 hours. Cybertruck.
That Cybertruck ran through a swarm of bees, it looks like. Full self-driving, people.
Love it.
That part
I
like.
really like
cool.
not having to back into the Superchargers anymore.
That part's pretty cool.
All right, great job. Okay. Will you do the honors of plugging us in? And then I gotta run to the bathroom.
We're both running to the bathroom.
Crazy. 4.5 hours of driving. There you go. You're a natural, Storm. You were born to drive a Tesla on a long road trip.
Is that as far as it goes? How look at that? That's interesting.
The V4 chargers are much longer. This is a 250 kilowatt V3.
I got you, okay.
All right, let's go pee.
Yeah, for sure. Are we leaving our mics on?
No, you can take your mic off for the bathroom.
That's a good idea.
I have often said to people that I need to pee more than I need to charge on a Tesla road trip. Today is a perfect example of that. Karma says that we have enough charge to continue trip. We charged for, let's see, about, 16, 17 minutes. Storm, I love full self-driving in these little, creeping situations where you just sit there and don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
Of course, I prefer no gridlock at all in my drives, but when you do have traffic like this...
Yeah, for the last hour, I've been using mostly self-driving. Wide open road.
Good job.
Very...
While I've been sleeping.
The ship just flew itself.
I see you found some bugs.
Oh yeah.
First of all, oh my God, look at the bugs on Karma. I don't think I have ever seen more bugs on this car. So we ended up manually programming the Turkey Point Service Plaza for Starbucks. And also because it was more direct route right on the turnpike. But these are old school V2 chargers. I knew that coming in, but we are charging really, really slow. So since we're charging so slow, we're going to enjoy Starbucks and actually get some steps in. And this is more Tesla road trip, Jen and Carly style. But now this is going to be a test to see how Mr. Get from point A to point B ASAP can handle this. I do like to walk on Supercharger stops. It's good for the circulation, good for your body. It's only Starbucks at the Florida Turnpike Plaza. And you do get charging, you just get slow charging. So we have more gridlock slowing us on our way to Atlanta. And as you can see here, this gridlock, that gridlock, continues for the next hour until we get to our next Supercharger. So this is definitely delaying our arrival time into our hotel in McDonough, Georgia. And I just want to say, this is not Karma's fault. This is not any aspect of the Tesla road trip.
I think it's everybody leaving Florida.
Grok, why are we sitting in traffic right now?
We're heading to the Supercharger in Ocala on US 27 North, and traffic reports show no major incidents or jams around Wildwood right now. Might just be typical Friday afternoon slowdown.
Brock, are you sure this has nothing to do with zombies?
No zombie apocalypse on the traffic reports. It's just regular old Friday slowdowns on US 27. If zombies show up, I'll let you know first.
Perfect.
Grok, why can't we hover and fly over this traffic like in the Jetsons? I mean, it's 2026 for crying out loud.
We're getting there. Flying cars like eVTOLs are starting pilot tests in Florida this summer, with some deliveries kicking off early 2026.
We're totally getting one of those. I'll take the prototype of any flying car.
Cool.
Can't wait.
Anything else on your mind while we inch along? Let me know when you're ready to lift off.
I'm ready to lift off now, just like Zephyr and Cochran.
Right on. Warp Drive online. Let's blast past this traffic like the Phoenix. Engage.
Woo! The TesLUCKY YouTube channel is at 1,949 subscribers. So I have decided to put on our car magnets for the rest of the road trip to see if we can get a few new subscribers. And Storm has agreed that this is okay. He's not too embarrassed driving with these magnets. You are?
Have the real Tesla right there.
Yes, I know, but this draws more attention.
Yeah, it certainly does.
Hello from Jasper, Florida, where Karma, who is still very dirty with bugs, just got up to a charging speed of 238 kilowatts here on these V3 chargers, and RIP QR code magnet fell off between the last spot, and on this side 2 out of 3 fell off. So magnets no more. Hello from McDonough, Georgia, which is about 30 miles from Atlanta. We are staying at the True by Hilton. There's Karma on the destination chargers. We share a lot of information about destination chargers in our video, how to plan a Tesla road trip in 3 easy steps. Carly gives a whole demonstration in that video using Cedar Point, Ohio as an example. One tip from that video that I'm going to share with you right now because I think it bears repeating. I found these destination chargers on the Tesla website, but I called the hotel front desk to confirm 100% that they were functional, because there are times, unfortunately, where hotels don't maintain their destination chargers and you get here thinking you can charge overnight and you can't, and that's frustrating and not good for the Tesla road trip experience. These destination chargers are working well for us. Right now, actually, Karma is pulling about 48 amps and charging at a speed of 10 kilowatts. The hotel has these destination chargers very clearly marked as EV parking with green on the curb. We still saw an ICE vehicle parked in the spot right next to Karma earlier today, not doing anything. Clipper Creek? Never heard of Clipper Creek chargers. So there are 6 electric vehicle chargers, but only 4 of them are Tesla. That's another detail perhaps when you're calling the hotel in advance that you would want to check on, is to make sure that the number of chargers that they claim to be Teslas are actually Teslas. I asked on the phone call if all the chargers were functional, and they all are functional except for one. I don't know about you, but I personally would not put this charger into my Tesla. I mean, maybe it can be like cleaned off there. If the other 3 chargers were full and this was the only one available, what would you do? Plug in or skip it? We woke up this morning at 80%, which is all we need for today's driving in the Atlanta area. Tonight we will charge all the way to 100% to start our return trip home to Big Pine Key tomorrow. We are now in the middle of our drive back from Atlanta to the Florida Keys following our concert date night weekend Tesla road trip. Last night we plugged Karma into the hotel destination charger, and there were actually 2 other Teslas charging. So we got the last remaining functional charger. We got a very early start to our drive this morning, leaving the hotel at the quite unpleasant hour of 5:44 a.m. Karma's state of charge at 5:44 a.m. this morning was 100%, which was great. And that was with having the car in camp mode overnight to store food in our 12-volt mini fridge. Not so great was the fact that it was really cold this morning, 46 degrees. Brr. Our mission with today's drive is to beat the time from the drive 2 days ago. So we have decided to precisely follow the supercharging recommendations from the car. The total trip time for our drive on Friday was 14 and a half hours. That was about an hour and 15 minutes longer than the predicted travel time in the Tesla navigation system. We attribute about 1 hour of that delay to really heavy traffic, and we attribute about 15 minutes of the delay to rerouting ourselves to a different supercharger because we wanted to get Starbucks.
You wanted to get Starbucks.
Because I wanted to get Starbucks. Now I'm going to share with you the estimate for our gas cost savings. So here's how I calculated the gas savings estimate. According to AAA, the average gas price in Florida right now is $4.28 a gallon. The U.S. Department of Energy says that the average fuel economy for a car is 24.4 miles. So for the gas savings estimate, we are just going to assume the same number of miles driven today as our drive from home to the Atlanta area on Friday, which was 782 miles. For day 2 of our trip, we drove only 95 miles. So the 3-day estimated total is 1,695 miles. Divide that by 24.4 and we would have used 68 gallons of gas. Multiply that by $4.28 a gallon and we would have spent $291.04 on gas. We are now at our final charging stop. These are the new V4 Superchargers in Homestead, Florida. Now we're gonna do a photo booth picture that came to us from an over-the-air software update recently, a new feature, but I don't know how to do it. We're gonna ask Grok. Grok, how do we take a photo booth picture here in the car?
Open the app launcher, go to Toy Box, and tap Photo Booth. It uses the cabin camera, hit the shutter for a 3-second countdown, then edit and share via the Tesla app.
Photo booth. Strike a pose.
Oh. I look dumb.
Did it take?
I look old.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Oh my God, look at that. That's insane. Okay, how do we?
I don't know. Okay, let's.
Oh, look at that one.
good.
Oh,
See.
baby. We have made it to Big Pine Key. Day 1 of driving. We went 782 total miles, 5 supercharging stops, 94 total minutes supercharging for an average of 18.8 minutes per supercharging stop. On day 3, we went 783 miles. Kind of crazy. There was only 1 mile difference there between the two. Again, 5 supercharger stops, 79 total minutes supercharging, which was an average supercharger stop of 15.8 minutes. That was 3 minutes less, which we think may have had something to do with the fact that Storm spent a lot more time driving in full self-driving, doing jazz hands on the highway. The first day, total driving time, 14 hours and 30 minutes. And today, we are going to make it in 13 hours, 32 minutes. So, Storm, was it tolerable?
I'm gonna bury the lead by first saying we went to see Bruce Springsteen. Spoiler alert!
Oh my gosh! Yes, that was the purpose of the road trip. We actually saw Bruce Springsteen in Sunrise, Florida 8 days ago, and we liked the concert so much that we looked at the schedule and we saw that he was going to be playing in Atlanta on a Saturday night, and Storm said, why don't we drive to Atlanta in Karma and
Save
go
gas.
see him again? And that was a great idea. We had such a good time at both concerts, but our tickets last night were like first row behind the stage, and it was such an interesting like Bruce POV, and we could see the band so well, and we loved it. 4 thumbs up to the 2 Bruce Springsteen concerts we've been to in the last 8 days. Are you also giving a thumbs up to the Tesla road trip experience, baby?
So in 1984, if you would have told me that's when I started driving, you would have told me that I was going to have a car. It's your car, but you know, I'm driving it.
It's our car.
I know. So it's your baby. But if you told me I would have a car that could drive itself from point A to point B without me even touching the steering wheel, et cetera, I would have said, of course. And by then, cars should be able to fly as well, right? So, yes, I am definitely on my way to my first flying car as soon as possible. Grok predicts that they're going to only be a few years away. We'll see. I give this an absolute thumbs up. I am still getting used to self-driving.
Yes, but you used it almost the entire drive today compared to like half the time on Friday.
Yeah, I used it probably 20% of the time on Friday, and today I used it probably 90%. I kept it in standard. I think that my driving style at my age now is somewhere between standard and what's next after standard? Hurry. So
it's not an age thing, baby, because I drive in Mad Max.
Oh, I would have, yeah, but I would have driven in Mad Max when I was a teenager. It's a different experience. One of the things I said to Jen, driving a gas car would have been faster. We would have saved time with that. But the experience is different. I liked it, and I definitely would do it again. And you know, with gas the way it is right now, and just the overall things with our environment and our world, not to get political, but I just think it's a great idea to use less energy if we can. So this thing to me is like an absolute, I'm a big Star Trek fan, so you know, if somebody put in the comments, I have to keep the name Karma, but I've decided to call it the Karma Stargazer. So if you're a Trek fan, put it in the comments, you know, what you know about the Stargazer.
And you called
don't Google it.
You called yourself the captain of the Karma Stargazer. The Supercharger stops were a little bit longer than what a gas stop would be, but not much.
Not significant. There was times when, like, you know, we, you know, had a restroom break, and I grabbed a sandwich, and literally, and honestly, the standing and the stretching and everything, you know, it's like what we do is we walk around a lot, and then I would just stretch.
We do walk a lot on the supercharging stops.
Yeah.
And we have been Tesla owners now for 7 years. As I mentioned at the very beginning of this video, this is Storm's first Tesla road trip. Babe, I don't think you could have handled it 7 years ago.
I could not.
Lucky it was like 35 to 45 minute charge stops, and we would have had at least 6 charge stops for what we just did with 5.
Yeah, this is amazing. So
well, welcome to 2026, because the cars are getting better with hardware. The superchargers are getting faster. Let me check our notes. Did we forget anything? Fatigue, yes.
Significantly less fatigue on the way back than on the way up there. I may have just been tired and stuff like that, but the self-driving there's no comparison, or the full self-driving is a lot easier on the body than you know, driving manually.
One other road trip takeaway from this trip, I'm going to put bug off in the car.
If you want less storm or more storm, put that in the comments. I get that on my reels all the time, like, you know, for the shows I watch. It's like, do we need more Bailey or do we need less Bailey?
You know what?
Like,
light up the comments. That engagement is good for our channel. So is clicking the like button. My God, you watched this whole thing. If you didn't like this video before, please do it now. And safe travels to you in whatever you drive. Bye.
bye.